Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It's your boy Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is cryptocurrency. And yeah, I'm really, really excited. I haven't done a video in about a day or so, taking care of some personal stuff. But yeah, the last couple of videos I did was about Mike Michaels and his idea for kind of bringing together and uniting the lending platform community, really not YouTubers, but the lending platform community, and understanding that together, right, that together we have much more leverage and power. And so, interestingly enough, I did a video later on that evening. It was like 11 o'clock at night on the 25th. And I did a video, loved his idea, and was very, very curious and intrigued as to whether or not it could be pulled off, if it would come to fruition. And so I'm really, really excited that it has begun that journey. And I had some questions as to who would participate. In fact, I named the video, interestingly enough, Mr. Walters, Mr. Michaels, Mr. Oracle, are they team players? Right? Because I wanted to see who was going to participate in it. And so, yeah, I'm really, really excited to see that Mike Michaels and the Oracle are coming together. And I watched another live stream, and it looks as though what is his name? Ulysses Dadon is going to join as well. So I'm really, really excited about that. And I was excited about the fact that I did that video. I didn't put it up till like a day and a half later, though, unfortunately. So I put in the descriptions of that video. Look at the bottom right of the video to see the date and time, the date, the 25th, and the time. It was like 11 o'clock in the evening when I did the video, because I made a lot of points and the validity and the power that could come from doing it together as a unit. And it was good to see that people like Mike Michaels, Ulysses Dadon, we were all thinking the same thing. And so, and it's a smart thing to do. And now I'm doing a video to see, like, when they come together, when we do come together, what's the format, what's the plan, what's the strategy going forward. It's one thing to make demands. It's one thing to see those demands come to fruition. And I think there has to be a reasonable amount of expectations from that. I don't know why my Telegram thing is on. There has to be a reasonable amount of expectations, right? And so, so we have to be, obviously we have to be careful with that. I've done a couple of videos, and I will say it again, because here's the thing that I'm thinking. Number one, I'm thinking there's going to be a limited amount of space to be able to get involved, right? So if we come together in like 2, 3, 4, 5, let's say it's 3, right? And we got 40,000 a minimum trying to get in these ICOs. Is going to be challenging to get into them, right? So my thing is, if we do the things and we have a list of 5, 10 things that we're going to be asking from these platforms, and we get 2 or 3 that have agreed to do it and are doing it, and that's another thing we got to look at. It's one thing to agree to do it. We want to see the platform come to fruition and have done the things that we say we want, right? Not that they agree that they're going to do it. And so we do get that. So we got 3, and they are ideal. Right? Ideal, pre-ICO, ICO, time to exchange. And I disagree in the whole external exchange thing. I think there is some value that you can get from a token or a platform, rather, getting to that exchange, even if it's for marketing only. Listen, the idea of a sustainable platform is having more people come in. It's not the same people moving from platform to platform. Is having more people come to the platform. And so being on an exchange will help. And I'll give you an example of that later on in this video. So being on an external exchange helps. The internal exchange helps those who are already in, right? Who are already in. An external exchange can bring new people in, especially if the platform is taking some of their monies and marketing right? So that will help. So nonetheless, like Mr. Walter said this the other day too, and you got to think about that. Number one, I wouldn't worry so much if you got your own channel about referrals, right? Everyone can build their own quote unquote tribe, right? Everyone can build their own tribe. So you don't have to worry about that. Do your channel, and you will attract people who resonate with your message. But in terms of getting in these ICOs, now that's going to be a challenge. And so I would ask Mike Michaels and the Oracle, what are they planning on doing for the people who are trying to get into the ICOs and may or may not get into that? That's something that you have to look at in terms of, again, we can't have 10, 20,000 people trying to get in on an ICO. It's not going to work, right? So how is that going to play out? How are you planning on navigating those landmines? And it may be something where there's a certain amount of people who participate in the pre-ICO and ICO, and there's a certain amount of people that participate once it hits an exchange. And I know that can still, in fact, work. I don't know if we can make, obviously, we can't do something like, extend or increase the amount of tokens available. That kind of hurts in value. So how do we get the people to be able to participate? Being quick enough is, right, that's not going to be the answer, right? Just be quick enough. That's not going to help. I do think that there's still money to be made once it hits the exchange. And my thing is, how many times do you need to put in $700 and get $100,000? How many times do you need to put in 800 or $850 and get six figures? Like, because we all know there are people who put in $700 to $1,000 in these platforms and come away with $100,000. Like, so how many times do you need to do that? And so you have to consider that there are new people who are coming to a platform with $100 or $200, right? And they haven't got their win yet. They haven't got that $1,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 win yet. They're subscribed to your channel and they're competing against you, right? They're competing against you to participate in the ICO. And so, that's something that you have to look at. It's something that you have to factor in, right? Because people are coming to these platforms, this lending space, at different levels. There are people that have gotten a win and then people that still have not gotten a win, right? And so we have to consider those as well. And I know one thing that can be looked at is, having someone, whoever that is, wait till it gets to the exchange, right? Wait till it gets to the exchange. And so instead of trying to get that 20, 30, 40, 50x, what about a 3x or 4x or 5x? What about that, right? And you guys know who you are. You guys know who you are. Putting the $700 to $1,000 in these platforms and coming away with six figures. You know who you are, right? And you know that you have a better chance to do it again. You have a better chance to do it again. And if you're one of the 5 or 10,000 people participating, and now you're participating in this pre-ICO or ICO against someone who hasn't had a chance to do that yet, who haven't had a chance to, take his 100 or 200 tokens and try to get, a 10x or, 5x, 10x, 15x. They haven't had a chance to do that yet, right? They haven't had a chance to do that yet. So that is something that is going to have to be considered because, if you get some people who are teaming up and joining arms, locking arms, and they're not able to get into these ICOs, they're going to get frustrated, and they're going to walk away because they're not able to get in, and they're going to know because you're doing videos that you were able to get in, and now this is your third or fourth $100,000 win, right? And just because there's a YouTuber who's not saying or who's not mentioning their wins doesn't mean that they're not still getting those wins. And we all know that they are. We know that. I mean, all you have to do is do the math, right? All you have to do is do the math and, look at the channels, okay? And that there are people who are getting the wins. And in addition to getting the win on the ICOs, they're using referral money to participate in the next ICO. And so if we're going to come together, you have to really consider the whole and consider the people who can, they only have 100, 200 bucks to participate in this thing. They're getting 50 to 200 tokens, perhaps, or they're trying to get 50 to 200 tokens, and they're competing against someone who's already had 6-figure wins in other platforms. So that's something to really, really consider. And the offset to that might be the giveaways, and that might be an offset. I don't know. That might be an offset to do more giveaways, right? For people to have a chance, to get some tokens, right? You do the giveaways as an option. And so for me personally, I think it's really, really cool with the Oracle. Not that he's the only one. Oracle's not the only one to do giveaways, okay? There are other people who did giveaways. I know that there were people who were giving away Bitcoin before anyone was giving away Bitcoin, right? So I know Teron James was giving away Bitcoin before anyone was giving away. I know good YouTubers who bring value every single day and they don't even do a giveaway, right? And so, so that might be an option, right? The giveaway might be an option. But I know these are some things, and I'm hoping, I'm gonna try to reach out to Mike Michaels, figure out how to reach out to him. I don't know if I can reach out to him with comments. I'm new to the YouTube channel, playing space. I'm a Facebook guy, marketing guy. So I don't know how to reach out to him on YouTube. I'm gonna figure out a way to do it. But these are things that should be considered. I won't say have to, but I will say should be considered. And I hope they do take a team approach. I do hope that they take this is our space that, we are in, and get some input, right? Because, listen, as a whole, we're much smarter, right? Right. When it says two or more minds come together, it creates a third or more powerful mind. And so the idea of us coming together, figuring out some things, how to navigate through some of the landmines. And trust me when I say being able to participate or not being able to participate in these platforms that we're going to handpick selectively, that's a landmine. That's going to come up. And that is going to be an issue. So I hope we're looking to, look into that. And so take some input, right? Take some input, get some people to comment. What are some potential pitfalls? What are some things that you might see, and get some comments. So you get some comments so you can get some ideas that maybe that you, the Oracle or Ulysses Dadan or whoever you have that are teaming up might not have thought about. Okay. Yes, I know I saw something the other day, Learn Crypto, smart guy. I know he follows a lot of the stuff that the Oracle does. And there's got to be a strategy. It's not, I don't think any one strategy is the ultimate strategy, but yeah, we want to be able to school some of the new people that are new to the lending platform space, school them on some better ways to win. And so, we want to support the platforms that we hand select, support them and their strategies to support them. And again, it's not necessarily getting in early and then dumping, the first day it hits. I think ultimately doing the 33% rule will help. Ultimately, will help. And if we get too many people being selfish, then that hurts the platform, right? So maybe doing the 30%, 33% loan, 30% stake, 30% cash out, something like that, will help, and especially if you get us doing it collectively to support the platforms that we're hand selecting, right? Because in the end, that's what we're trying to do, is make each platform as sustainable as possible. And the other part about it, when we do a video or review on that platform, then we can bring new people in because we're confident that we can have it be sustainable for a certain period of time, whatever that might be. It might be 4 months, it might be 6 months. I just think, quite honestly, done correctly, you can have it last longer than 6 months if we're doing things collectively and not, you could, stopping a certain YouTuber from venturing off and doing their own thing in the lending platform space, And so I think if you're thinking about doing that as a YouTuber and you're thinking about going in your own direction, to strongly consider that. To strongly consider that because there's powers in numbers, and quite honestly, from my experience in growing teams, you're not going to be able to do that successfully on your own. Because quite honestly, the platforms the up and coming lending platforms are going to go where the numbers are, and so eventually your 10, 12, $13,000, 10, 12, 13,000 subscribers, excuse me, it's not going to outlast and outdo 40 to 50, and that's a minimum 40 or 50,000, right? As a minimum, people coming together. So I would urge you to strongly consider the whole and not trying to go off and do and promote some other lending platforms on your own. So nonetheless, I appreciate you, Ulysses to Don. I think I was subscribed to him on one of my other channels, just as a regular YouTube person and just learning. But my new one, Crypto Siege, I don't think I have yet, but I will. Sound like a smart young man. And listen, it is about us all coming together and being able to win together. Love it. So yeah, so excited to be united is an awesome thing. Sorry to hear that Sean Walters is not participating. I think if he was still staying in the space, he would. But he's getting out of space. He's made his decision to leave the lending platform space and do his thing. Right, he's had his run, if you will, and I appreciate that he knows there's he's 8 at the table, if you will, right? And so he's going off, he's doing another thing in the crypto space. So appreciate that dude for sure. Definitely tune into him, right? Because I appreciate him, keeping it 1,000, as he liked to say. And so so I'm excited to be able to join in with Mike and the Oracle, and let's do our thing because we can all win together without question. Definitely, I wanted to do this video to make sure that they look into. I'm sure they have, but they make sure that they look into, the people in this space who haven't got their win yet, right? Who are coming to the space with, less than $1,000, $100, $200, $300, and trying to get a win, right? They're trying to get a win, and so perhaps the giveaways is just kind of a good thing. You know what I mean? It's a good way to, get to, let someone who wasn't able to get this pre-ICO phase get some tokens. And so I hope you guys consider that. But yeah, I'm excited about it. Yeah, small channel, absolutely. But I'm 100% in. We're supporting in any way that I can. I'm going to continue to do my channel, but I won't be promoting a lending platform that is not coming from the team. Okay. 10x bonus from Falcon Coin. Yeah, I don't know about that, Craig Grant. So Falcon Coin is I don't know. I'm still I didn't do it, but their FFC at Falcon Coin is $1 and change, but they're letting you lend at $10, and so I don't know about it. I really don't know. I'm hesitant to do it. I was going to do it 50-50. 50% of my tokens and do that loan. But then I'm hearing there's some withdrawal issues. And then I'm hearing, well, if you do withdraw your interest, what are you selling? What are you selling? I mean, like, are you getting them back in Falcon tokens? I don't know. So I'm not going to do it until I'm fully clear on what I'm getting back in interest. And am I, I don't know. So I'll have to see how that goes. Because basically your lending wallet, when you get something in your lending wallet, you transfer it over to your FFC, right? You transfer it over to your FFC. So if the FFC is only $1, so I don't know. So, but once I do get the kind of the good word from someone who's been in the space longer than me, maybe I will do it. I'm not sure if Craig is the guy, but he's saying 10x bonus, right? And he's talking about the $10 value to do the loan. So I'll see. Maybe I'll reach out to someone and say, yeah, it's definitely worth it. I don't know if it is or not to do the 50% thing, but I'm going to do my homework on that and bring it to you guys to see if it might in fact still be worth it. But yeah, I won't be promoting a new lending platform unless it's one that's going to come from the group, the commission, I think they're calling it. So we shall see. Excited about it. Smart guys, Michael's, the Oracle, smart guys. Definitely get the value in team, and so I'm excited to see where that will go. But anyway, I'm rambling on, guys. I just wanted to kind of video and say I'm excited about it. Definitely check out that video that I did as Mr. Michaels, Mr. Walters, Mr. Oracle. Are they really team players? And again, I did that the night of Mike Michaels doing his live stream because he hadn't got any confirmation on anyone that was willing to join in. And so I did a video about being curious about to see who would do it and lending my, my 2 cents on how valuable it would be to come together. So anyway, guys, listen, thanks so much for tuning in. Next couple of 3 videos will be on ICOs that I'm very, very excited about. A couple that I've actually went ahead and did the white list thing. They get on a list before their thing, actually goes in the ICO or pre-ICO, pre-sale phase. So look for those videos, guys. Excited about being able to do that as well, because it is all about diversity in the cryptocurrency space. And, you definitely want to do that. So look for those videos on ICOs, upcoming ICOs. So thanks for tuning in, guys. If you liked the video, smash that like button. Anyone know where it happened to Aaron St. Hilaire? I haven't seen that guy in a while now. So I wonder what's going on with him. I hope everything is okay. But if you like the video, hit the smash that like button. We're new to the YouTube channel space. Definitely appreciate your support by subscribing, and hit the notification bell so you can know when I'm doing the next video. Next one's going to be on ICO, guys. Listen, thanks so much for tuning in, and we shall see you guys soon. See ya.